Welcome to the INFOWARS Nightly News. It is Tuesday, January 14th, 2014, and I'm Leanne McAdoo. Well, 450 pages of documents have just been declassified, and they prove what we've been telling you for years, that the president and top defense officials have lied and been lying to us about what they knew about Benghazi. Now, the documents show that just minutes after the consulate in Benghazi came under attack, the nation's top defense officials were informed that the event was a terrorist attack. And this means, of course, that the president and then Secretary of State Hillary Clinton also knew. So this, of course, raises the question of why for 2 weeks did the president and these other top military officials press this false narrative that the assault grew spontaneously out of a demonstration over an anti-Islam video that was produced in America. Numerous aides to the president and Secretary of State Hillary Clinton repeatedly told the public in the weeks following the murder of Ambassador Stevens and 3 other Americans that there was no evidence that the killings were the result of a premeditated terrorist attack. Of course, this was all going on while Obama was running for re-election in a very hotly contested bid. So it was only after he won re-election that disclosures exposed that this narrative was false and that they indeed lied. And of course, the Obama administration had to ultimately acknowledge that its early statements were untrue. And so while our president is given carte blanche to lie to the American public, and we continue to allow him to be in office, police are being given complete freedom to murder innocent people. And when we take it to a jury trial, juries are then allowing these guys to get away scot-free. The 2011 beating of a mentally disabled homeless man, Kelly Thomas, who was beaten, tasered, suffocated, and pistol whipped by no less than 6 police officers, and all of this was caught on video. That has resulted in an acquittal for 2 police officers. And what's even more disturbing was that a jury found the 2 police officers not guilty on all charges of murder and manslaughter. And even though they can be heard on that videotape saying, "You see these fists? They are about to F you up." These cops maliciously beat this man on video for 20 minutes. It's a horrendous video. I can't even watch it. The man is pleading and screaming for life. He's calling out for his daddy. And the jury just decided that Thomas, coincidentally, he chose to die of this undiagnosed heart condition in the hospital 5 days after he was beaten unconscious, and he never regained consciousness. And an attorney for one of those police officers said, "These peace officers were doing their job. They had no malice in their heart." Well, I am sorry, but we have not called these guys peace officers for a long time, and they're definitely not there to uphold the peace. But you know who else doesn't have malice in their hearts? Serial killers, cold-blooded killers, people who have no emotions. If you just listen to that man pleading on the videotape, to not be able to stop yourself or to figure out another way, 6 men beat him and were restraining him, to just cuff the guy, put him in a cop car, but instead there's a huge pile of blood on the ground, and these guys are just getting their rocks off of beating this man who was mentally disabled and homeless. When you are on a jury, you have the opportunity to decide if the law is just, not whether or not the police officers broke the law, but whether or not their actions are just. You get to decide. So if you consent to this kind of action, like these people on this jury did, if you consent to this kind of tyranny, then you are consenting to this cesspool of corruption that has saturated our society. This is a reflection of the society we live in, the way these police officers were, and then the way the jury just allowed and consented. They're only going to act like this if you give them your consent. 6,000 reports of child abuse and neglect go uninvestigated by the Child Protective Services. Another government agency that's totally run amok with corruption and incompetence has been proven to be so bad at doing their job in Arizona that Governor Jan Brewer has signed an order that completely abolished the state's Child Protective Services Agency. She absorbed it and replaced it with a new division. Now, this move comes in response to an internal investigation that revealed 6,000 reports of child abuse or neglect that were never investigated by CPS. So basically, they're just sitting around getting paid to not do their jobs. They're very quick to snatch your kids away, but then they're never going to follow up on any reports of abuse, where I've already covered in plenty of cases where foster kids are abused or put into these really awful situations with child sex trafficking and porn, and getting in, pimps go after these kids because they're not looked after. And here, at least in Arizona, the governor is doing something about it. Hopefully, she'll be able to do a better job than what the CPS there was doing, but then she absorbed this responsibility into her office. So we'll have to wait and see if she does a little bit better of a job in the Child Protective Services there.